Hello, guys. So, this is Oscar, your English coach, your English teacher. So, today we're going to talk about the difference between had been or have been. A lot of people is having trouble dubbed how to use had been or have been. Had been or had have been. How to employ these two constructions of tenses in English. So in this video, so before we get started, subscribe to the channel below so to get any updates about this channel. How to use had been, how to use have been. Had been, have been is two different tenses in English. So today in this video we're going to know how to use them. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel below. Like the video and leave a comment how you understand there's two tenses in English. Okay? Had been or have been. Had been and have been. And it is really easy, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay? So let's get started. We're going to talk about the had been first. And after had been, we're going to talk about have been. Alright? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, right now, let's see had been. Had been. Had been, what tense is had been? What tense it is? Had been, we use it in the past, perfect participle. In the past perfect participle. Past perfect participle for had been. The construction is had been plus had been with the past perfect participle plus the present participle. Sorry, that's the past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous. You can say past perfect continuous or past perfect progressive. The past perfect continuous or past perfect progressive. Don't forget that. So we got it in the video below. So the first video that we did before with had been, the past perfect continuous as a tense. So you can go to the description below under this video to find a link to use this had been. Had been is the constructions of past perfect continuous or past perfect progressive. Okay, this is the constructions had been plus present participle of the verb. I had been, doing this recently. I had been, do you see the had been right here? Doing is the verb to do. The verb to do. I use the base form and I put an ing form right here. That's what I have doing right here. I had been doing this recently. Okay? Let's see another example. They had been waiting for her. They had been waiting. Had been waiting. The verb to wait. The verb to wait plus ing form. For her. They had been waiting for her. So, what is really the difference between the past perfect continuous and the present perfect continuous? The past perfect continuous and the present perfect continuous. What is the difference, guys? The past perfect continuous and the present perfect continuous. Well, we use had been for the past perfect continuous and have been for the present perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous is something that being started in the past and continued up at another point in the past. Okay? This is the past. That's the present. And that's the future. I'm going to show you an example. This is the past. I'm going to show you an example first for the had been. How to use it. The had been, it is something that started in the past. It was started right here in the past, and at another point in the past, that's finished. Okay? But for the have been, it was something that started in the past. It started in the past and continued up at the present. That's the past perfect continuous. That's the present perfect continuous. Okay? Here we have been, but right here we have had been. We have had been. That's the way it is. So let me show you some example for had been. For the past perfect, continuous, the past perfect continuous, that's the constructions. Had been plus present participle. That's the constructions. But for the present perfect, continuous, we have been plus present participle. The difference is have here or had. That's the difference. But we have been right here, we have been right here. We have the present participle of the verb, we have the present participle. The present participle of the verb is the would plus ing form. Like I have do plus ing form. I have wait plus ing form. That's the would plus ing form. That's the present participle. Okay? That's the present participle. Okay, right now let's see some example for them. If I say the past perfect participle, the past perfect continuous, first, we have, we had, been, we have been, waiting for 3 hours. We have been waiting for 3 hours. That's the past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous. We had been waiting for 3 hours. This is the had been right here. And the verb to wait plus ing form, and I erase that one. That's why I have waiting right here. Waiting for 3 hours. We had been waiting for 3 hours. Okay, the verb to wait. But let's see another example. Let's see another example. You had been, you had been, you had been studying yesterday. Yesterday. You had been studying yesterday. The had been. That's the only one that help you to see the past perfect continuous. Had been. Studying. Studying is the present participle of the verbs to study. To study. But I put an ing form right here, and I was the to study. Studying. Studying. The present participle of the verb study is studying. To construct the present participle of a verb in English, you have to put an ing form. ing form. Okay, at the end of the verb. Okay, let's see a third example. I had been. I had been. I had been sleeping. I had been sleeping softly. I had been sleeping softly. I had been sleeping softly. Sleeping is the verb to sleep. To sleep plus ing form. Let's see some example right now for the past, for the present perfect continuous. the present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous. So make sure you subscribe to the channel below, because a lot of people is having issue, trouble how to use had been or have been. Had been or have been. There's a difference. The had been plus the present perfect, the present participle is for the past perfect continuous. But have been plus present participle is the construction of present perfect continuous. That's what we're doing here. Okay, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel below to get any updates about this channel. Make sure you understand what I'm doing here with you to know how to use them in English, because it is very easy. It is really easy. The first example we're going to take here for the present perfect continuous is I have been. I have been. I have been driving. Driving since 2007. I have been driving since 2007. I have been driving. Driving is the verb to drive. To drive. But I put an ing form and I erase those. Okay? Have been. Do you see it? Because the constructions is have been plus present. Present participle. That's the constructions. Okay? So make sure you understand, guys. Subscribe to the channel below. I have been driving since 2007. This is driving right here, the verb to drive, plus ing form. That form the present participle. The present participle of the verb to drive is driving. I have been driving since 2007. Okay? I have been driving since 2007. If you have any question, put it in the comment below. Okay? Put it in the comment below. So, the second example is she has been. She has been. She has been cooking. Dinner. She has been cooking dinner since the morning. Since the morning. She has been cooking dinner since the morning. Okay? Has been. Do you see it right here? Has been is the third person. The third person we have for the verb to have in English, you have to use has. He, she, it has been cooking dinner since the morning. Cooking is the verb to cook. The verb to cook. But I erase the ing for the base form, and I put an ing form right here. Okay, cooking dinner. She has been cooking dinner since the morning. Okay, because it is easy. Make sure you understand. Alright, the third, um, you have been. You have been You have been wanting. You have been wanting. You have been wanting recently. You have been wanting recently. Wanting, the verb to want. It's one, but I erase the base form and I put an ing form right here for the present participle. Okay? So make sure you subscribe to the channel below. That's the difference between present perfect continuous and the past perfect continuous. Remember, the past perfect continuous is a verb tense that we use to talk about something that began in the past and finished to another point in the past. But the present perfect continuous is a tense verb that we use to talk about something that began in the past and continued up at the present time. Okay? That's the difference. So the past perfect continuous finished in the past, and the present perfect continuous still continuing at the present. Okay? So make sure you subscribe to the channel below. And that was something that we had about to talk about you with you to understand have been to understand have been and had been. So make sure you subscribe to the channel below to get any updates about this channel. Bye guys.